call it the least surprising news of Eurovision 2016. Australia is back for the next edition of Eurovision, and they will compete in a semi-final. Yes, they will have to fight for their place. You guys, what do you make of the news?
I don't blame it on the EBU for letting Australia in for the second time. Actually, I'm very happy to see them back. If they're sending like this year really high quality songs or a well-known artist. But I do have a lot of criticism against the EBU for not making it clear from the very beginning. If you have kind of an agreement with Australia to take part in more than one show, then just make an announcement and let them in. It's as simple as that. Ergo, their credibility is kind of down now. It's kind of low, so very, very badly done from the EBU.
I don't mind Australia being there because they have the history with Eurovision. They've been broadcasting it for years and years, and they've been showing it for even longer than certain other countries. And particularly, say with Junior Eurovision, they've shown every single episode of it, whereas Ireland only showed it for the first time this year. But the same point is what Diego's saying. The way the EBU were like, oh, they're only a guest, they're not coming back, it's only for the 60th anniversary. And then all along they kept denying it, and then suddenly it was like, bam, they're here, and everyone's like, oh, we're not surprised.
I feel like it's a bit like improvisate. Like the EBU just wants to have more countries. Hello, I'm Heaven's God. I'm Heaven's voice. They just pop Australia in because, I mean, they may have a plan, but they don't show it, and it's like.
Yeah, and I think we all suspected this back in Vienna when Jon Sand actually said, oh yeah, the door is open, who knows. It was so wishy-washy that obviously he knew, but he was just hiding something. And then when they appeared at Junior Eurovision, it's like, okay, this is clearly becoming more than a one-off affair. If not only you're sending someone to the adult version, you're sending someone to the kiddie version, which not nearly as many people watch. In any event, I heard in Sofia that Australia pays a license fee that's more than Ireland, but less than the UK, so it's a sizable chunk of money. I think the EBU benefits by having that money, and also just the buzz, the media hype around Australia. Like, the British press covered Australia's return to Eurovision. It's good for the contest, and they bring quality acts, like Jessica Mauboy and who was that dude? Guy Sebastian. Both of them had really good production value when they performed / guest at Eurovision. And I think it's going to be the same this year. Now, that leads us to our next point, which is Australia has to compete in the semi-final. I think this is a good idea because, one, it's going to piss less people off. It's like you're not just handing Australia a spot in the final, a non-European country getting to go direct. And also, I think Australians want to fight for it. This will force Australia to, up its game even more from last year, send another big act. I like them in the semis.
It'll stop them becoming complacent the way the UK are. And France, that a lot of the time they think, oh, we can just send whoever and they'll do well. Australia are going to have to fight for it, and they've proven that they're willing to send their big names, because Jessica Mauboy and Guy Sebastian are by no means washed up. They're still current in Australia. Guy Sebastian is judging the X Factor. Jessica Mauboy was winning awards in their versions of the Grammys, and I think they'll kind of put pressure on some of the other big countries to do well and keep up the pace.
What's going to be most resounding about it is that the hatred towards Australia being part of the Eurovision Song Contest is going to be reduced significantly, because, as you all said, they have to fight for it like many other countries have to. Not, for example, Spain, which has a guaranteed place in the final. But I think it's a very good idea, and I hope that means that the Big Five is going to be all part of the past. I'd really like to see all the countries competing in the semifinals and just let only those who send really high quality acts to let them pass.
As Diego says, I think it can be a good manner of trying how would the Big Five perform at the semifinals. Because if Australia tries hard to bring something better for qualifying from the semifinals, I think that why not can Spain, the UK, France, etc. I think it's actually good that they are back at the semifinals. It's more fair for all the other countries.
Just
I
to
like
play
the decision.
extreme hater, I have a feeling some people are going to say, oh, you know, when they were in the final, there were 27 countries, so no one got kicked out of the final. But now that they're in the semifinals, one of us is gonna lose a spot, so now we're competing for 9 spots. Haters gonna hate, the shade is gonna come, but Australia, you just gotta keep on shining.